Hi, welcome to the Doomsday Report. I'm down in Glasgow's Berkeley studios. I'm being joined by Paul and Nik of Eden's Curse. Now, this band has been around since, what was it, 2006 you first started originally?
Yep, 2006 before, yep.
Yeah, and they've toured worldwide, haven't you? Could you tell me some of the countries you've been to?
We've been to US, Sweden, Holland, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, Ireland. So we've been around, not quite.
Done a fair few miles.
Yeah, a fair few miles. We're big ones to get to Japan. We almost got to Japan last year.
Really?
We had just too many other commitments that we couldn't make it, so that was a bit of a gut wrencher, but we hope to do that one. That's definitely Winterstorm. Yeah, so that'd be nice.
Now, what things have essentially changed during the course of the band? You know, I know there's been was it a couple of singers, you're the second singer, it's been referred to as kind of a New and an Old Testament with the band. Could you tell me how it feels basically, you know, to go from two different...
Well, essentially it's still one entity. I mean, the constants are myself, Thorsten, from the band perspective, and also the music with myself being the kind of main principal songwriter.
Yeah.
I don't think it's strayed too much from where we started, but when you start as a band, you've always got a kind of blueprint of what you want to do, and you grow wings and start to, you know, breathe and identify, because at that point you don't have an identity, and it's really the second and third record that you start to hear your sound. So I always think what we do is us. I think obviously, as you've pointed out, the main change being the voice. I mean that is a big thing, but I always felt that if we got a new singer who turned out to be Nicola, that with the songwriting and the kind of thing that we do, because we know what we do as Eden's Curse, it's not boxed in, which I like, but we don't suddenly say, let's make an album that sounds like Nine Inch Nails. It's not on our roadmap, it's there, but slightly experimental, and I don't want to make the same album 5 times, put it that way.
Yeah, because I was going to say you got 5 albums out currently, 6.
Yeah, well, it's probably even more if you take all, 5 studio records. You know, a best of, a live album, a DVD, 2 EPs. So we've done, you know, in 12 years, quite a lot.
And you've got
an acoustic album as well.
Currently, we're changing the band, and it changes a little bit in the album. So it's not a radical change, not a big change, but it kind of adds up to being more interesting. Also, my voice is different than Michael's, so things kind of change in the process of writing the songs.
I mean, you have a very powerful voice. I've seen as in the video for the classic Grand. Okay. Was that one video?
Yeah. That's the live album recording.
Yeah, that's right. It's got a really powerful voice, and the crowd seem to react well to that. Could you tell me how that feels from a singer's perspective? You know, being on stage and
being on stage feels fine,
and then you hear the crowd roar for you.
I kind of don't like the studio part very much, because it's always like you have a few days to do all these things, and when you're on road, you're always on the level of the task. You always bring the best. You have 1 hour or 2 hours to deliver the maximum of your capabilities. That's actually makes it sound so good. When you have more days, more hours to do, you tend to overdo things, or maybe you stress yourself too much.
Yeah, I understand that. Now, with you, obviously you've been a local lad yourself. How often do you get to play Glasgow now with all the touring that you do?
We tour pretty much with every record. Certainly headline tours, and if we get something like the Schenker tour that we're doing, we occasionally get the odd support tour. For us, a support tour's got to be the right support tour. It's got to be something that's going to take us up another level. So in terms of Glasgow, if we ever tour ourselves, we always play Glasgow. It's just a given. I mean, when we came to record our live album, we didn't even have a discussion where it was going to be. It was we said, so when in Glasgow are we playing?
Yeah.
Because it is for us, it's our home base. We've got a lot of friends and followers here that have been with us from the start. And there are unbelievable supports for us in places like London as well, which we always have an amazing show in London. But Glasgow's synonymous with Eden's Curse, I think, because for us it feels like an adopted home. We as you see, this Thorsten and I were the first two to arrive, and being the old hats of the band, Thorsten said to me, "How many times have we been here?" And I said, "I've lost count." So this is where we come. We set up our base here. Usually this room that we're sitting in, we've had our crew in here, changing guitar strings, and our tour manager doing all the guest lists and things. So it's a very welcoming city and a welcoming studio, and it just feels like home for us. It's got a homely feel. The owner's absolutely brilliant, Stephen. I've known Stephen for 25 years with previous bands, so it's like a member of the family almost in many ways. So we go where the home is, where the heart is, and the heart's
that's what they say, like.
Absolutely.
Now, I'd like to talk about this album, the Greatest Hits album that was released just yesterday.
Yep. The best of, not the greatest hits. We're still waiting on a greatest hit.
Right. No, well, the best of then. What are your favourite tracks from that album, personally?
This is a tough one. You can pick first.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
All of the ones you sing.
Yeah, all the ones I sing. I don't know. I don't have, just like I don't have my favorite singer, I don't have my favorite songs.
With being a singer, you appreciate it all.
It's the whole picture. That's why it's greatest.
For me as well, being the kind of main songwriter, it is difficult to sit down and say, out of your 14 children, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, I think I understand that.
They all have, I know it's such a cliche for people to say, but they all have, every single one, when I see the title, people might think of the riff, the chorus. For me, when I read the title, it brings back to me the memories of what I wrote the song about.
Right.
So
like
they
what
all,
were you thinking and feeling
exactly,
at that time?
You know, if I take a song like Unbreakable was written about the period before Nik joined. We went through quite a hard time with Michael Eden, and got a public backlash, and it was us just locking ourselves down as a band and saying we must carry on. And that song came out of that. It was almost like talking to ourselves on a mental capacity and rubbing our shoulders and saying we've got to carry on. And it was very therapeutic and cathartic to write the song, because out of such a turbulent period of the band's history came arguably one of our greatest songs, and it gave us a lot of inspiration to carry on. So every song's got their own meaning, and the meanings are quite powerful to me. So I think the best thing that I can say is picking the 14 songs was an absolute nightmare. I originally gave EFM a list of songs, and they said, dude, this is the entire back catalogue. Had about 3 CDs, 4 CDs or something like this, and it's almost every thing that Eden's Curse has replaced. And they said, whittle it down, fit it on 1 CD, we'll do a bonus disc, do a new song. Great label to work with, and always innovative ideas, and never telling us, you must do this. They work with us, and that's why we've been with EFM for 12 years. They're a fantastic label. But they said, come up with 1 disc that someone that doesn't know Eden's Curse can take a chance on the band, buy that album and play it and become an instant fan. And they said, give the fans, let's do a 2nd disc for the avid collector, that they can get a whole load of things that they haven't got. So the new song, we've got all of our Japanese bonus tracks. So for years, when we first started, we had a deal with EFM in Europe, we had one with Metal Mayhem in America, we had one with Century Media in Brazil, we had one in Russia. We had 7 labels released the first Eden's Curse album, and we had a different bonus track for all, because contractually you've got to give them a bonus track. So that, and the reason for that being is that the guy in Japan can look on Amazon and find the European version cheaper than the Japanese. So the Japanese labels add on 2 bonus tracks to make him buy that because he gets 2 more songs, and the other countries then will say, well, I want my bonus track. Yes, but what about me? I'm America. I need a bonus track. So that becomes a pain in the ass in an artist. So we did a lot of acoustic mixes and things like that. With some of the later albums we did exclusive songs, you know, we did a cover of the Dawkins song on Chain the Light from Trinity, we did Prisoner of the Past on The Second Coming, so these were uniquely exclusive for Japan and America. So we've put them for years. People have said, can you put all of those on one disc? And we couldn't because they were legally owned by all of these labels.
Right.
Now we've signed a worldwide deal with AFM.
Right, so
AFM owns it all, so they now can do that.
That's
So that was the first time we were able to do that. So
there will be like some avid fans out there with, you know, all these discs
they've got them
just
all.
for the bonus track.
Yeah. So I mean, the absolute hardcore will go and buy the Japanese bonus track, but there's even a couple of songs that have never been released. You know, there's a version of Children of the Tide that Alessandro Del Vecchio arranged on piano and vocal, which is stunning. That's never been released. So there's a couple of exclusives on it as well in the brand new material. So even if you've got everything, there's still going to be something for you. The booklet, we've put a lot of time into it. We've got all the lyrics and photographs from the band's career that have never been published, from start point to end. So there's photos of some of the sessions, some outtakes from album photo sessions. So it's a nice wee pictorial look. There's a nice one of you and Steve and myself when you joined the Evil and Divine video. So yeah, it's definitely a good package. We, in this day and age, still put time and effort and money into our package, and we care very much about it. I designed the booklet, so I know.
Did you?
Yeah, I painstakingly went through every page on it to make sure it was up to what I wanted it to be.
So you had like a vision for it, and you just concentrated on it until you got it just so.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just like the wish.
we use
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you. We use Thomas Everhard's our artist who works with Ed Guy and Avantasia. I mean, he's absolutely phenomenal. He did the front cover like an old kind of Bible, and the inside I've done all of these kind of old-fashioned pages with symbols all over it. You know, it's like a Dan Brown movie, put it that way.
Awesome. Now, see, when it comes, because you've written many songs over the years. When it comes to writing, where would you say you draw inspiration? Is it like outside of music? Is it other bands? Is it fictional characters? What's your main source of inspiration for writing?
Music just goes with what you're feeling at the time.
Right.
You occasionally might hear the odd song by a band and you think, oh yeah, it'd be cool if we did something like that. Very occasionally, that doesn't happen so often, but usually I sit down, riffs come to me in the shower or doing the shopping and things. If I don't have a phone here, it's charging next door, but if I played you my voice memos on my phone, it'd be absolutely excruciatingly embarrassing because there's 100 muttered riffs. No joke. In fact, I went to a party one night and the guy's stereo blew up. So I said, you can use my iPod, and you put it on shuffle, and halfway through the party came imagine it like Queensryche. Embarrassing.
See, I find that quite amusing because I do the same thing. You know, I've got an app on my phone called Voice Recorder.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll just be like that, and then be like right, and then I'll get back in the house. You know, and I'll be
Well,
like,
it's a good thing because it's so simple and you just capture the right moment, what you had in mind.
Well, that's
If
it.
I'm in the house, I'll grab a guitar. Even if you think of an author might keep a little notebook in his jacket pocket and an idea comes home. So that essentially is for me. So the music is how you feel at the time. I can actually sit down with a guitar on my lap with nothing in my head, open up my recording software and program a drum beat and then just start, and I'll come up with something in 5-10 minutes. It might not always be something that makes the album, but I can write like that. I'm quite fortunate in that regard. I do save a lot of ideas and come back and revisit them. But in terms of lyrics, usually my main lyrical themes are what's happening in life, either in my life, outside other people. I don't tend to go politics.
There's a lot of politics in music nowadays.
I would say I'm a political person on the inside, but I don't feel I need to share my politics with every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yeah.
So I have my opinions, but I don't express them in my music.
No, you sound like
I express many other things in my music. So it can be anything. I mean, we've written songs that are about historical characters. You know, Jericho in the last album, we did The Fallen King about Robert the Bruce back in the first record. So there's always a story. Jerusalem Sleeps was another one that will inspire me, that I'll write, and we'll continue to do that.
That's absolutely awesome. Now, what would you say has been your most mental crowd over the years? Not necessarily your biggest, but your most like mental, you know, going crazy. Whereabouts would that have been? Would that have been in like Germany or somewhere like that? Because they're quite mental over there.
Very good in Germany. I can't even remember that one.
Was it that good, was it?
No, not in that regard, I just can't remember. The one in Erfurt was very good.
Yeah.
It was the old East Germany. It was a terrible club, it was so fucking cold, but they were really good. One of my favourites that jumps out was the crowd that was at when we did the Winterstorm tour in 2009 or 2009 I think. 2 shows, Nottingham Rock City was fucking berserk.
Yeah.
And then Sheffield Corporation was, we actually got an encore as a support band, which is unheard of. But Nottingham was hilarious because a full-scale sword fight took place.
Really?
So they created a circle and 2 guys, because they're in the cutlasses and the pirate outfit,
Okay.
they had a full sword fight and everybody made a circle in between our set.
Wow.
It was actually quite hard to concentrate without laughing, you know. They were a good crowd, but
That's totally stunned me.
yeah.
You know, it's totally thrown me off guard hearing that story.
So there's been a few. I mean, Glasgow's always great. The first time we played Glasgow was good. The Classic Grand was good. Always great crowds.
Now, how many singles have you actually released so far? Do you know? There's been a few.
Yeah. So let me think. I don't think we did anything off the first record. So Angels and Demons officially would be the first one. What was off? No Holy Man 2. Evil and Divine. Great Pretender. Sell Your Soul. 5 or 6.
Forever.
7, if you count Forever, something like that.
That's decent. That's really, really good. So could you tell me how the booklets and the bonus tracks all differ, you know, within each country?
So the Japanese ones will come with a little OBI strip around it. So they've got the track titles and the band name in Japanese, and quite a cool feature that I like is like a white sheet, it's probably about this size, and they've got all the song titles and all the lyrics in Japanese. So that kind of differs. The price of discs, as I explained earlier, is quite high in Japan. I think in our money it's about £20 to £30 or something for a copy. So we tend to try and make the Japanese tracks really quite special or exclusive. So,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people sometimes just do an acoustic version, but we sometimes go a bit different. I think in the Trinity album we did a cover of the Dawkins song Unchain the Night and things like that. So
How was that received?
that was very well received, yeah. We had 2 covers on that album. We did, just at the time we were in the studio recording, Ronnie James Dio passed away.
Yeah.
And we had 2 songs left to do, and we just decided to do a cover of Rock and Roll Children, because every one of us was a massive Dio fan. It meant so much. We got a lot of shit for that, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, a lot of people sent us hate mail saying we were jumping on the bandwagon, but it wasn't that way. We were in the studio at the time and we said, can we do a song? And for us it was the best tribute to Ronnie's music, because we all grew up loving him.
Yeah, well that is what it is at the end of the day, it's a tribute to a legend.
Yeah, and we make no money off it, so there ain't no bandwagon we're jumping on, so it was our way of saying thank you, and it's a great song. So yeah.
Now, your music's been like, it has reached some pretty famous people. You know, I mean, I was reading like Bruce Dickinson's heard it, you know, then you've done the tour with Dream Theatre.
Yep.
How did that go? What was that
It was
like?
amazing, yeah. To date, that's our biggest kind of run of shows that we've done in terms of the audiences. I think this tour is probably on the par, or if not bigger. It will be, you know, we're playing some of the most iconic venues in, you know, the UK, things like the O2 Forum in London, which we've only heard about up here in Scotland.
Yeah, I've never
It's
been.
legendary. I've never been to it, which was known as the Town and Country Club. I don't know if you remember that. That was its name back in the day. But you know, places like Manchester Academy, we played the small room number 3, and we all passed room number 1. We went, holy crap!
Is it massive?
Oh,
Huge. Really?
we were getting footballs in it, so we couldn't.
Wow.
You know, to see that on the list, we all thought, yeah, that'll be great.
Is it bigger than the Hydro then?
Oh no, that's the Hydros, obviously. That's 14,000. I think the Academy's maybe 2 or 3 or something.
Really?
Yeah, so some really good places like the O2 Institute as well, in Birmingham. So I'm getting a chance to go back to Hard Rock Hell. So
Oh, so,
this will be a good run for us. But Dream Theatre was special. It was like
Dream
a
Theatre are
great
legendary,
relationship with James. In fact, just talked to James yesterday. We keep in touch. He obviously contributed to our new electronic press kit that hit yesterday.
Yeah.
He's actually on video talking about Eaton's Curse again, and you know.
Really? No, that's decent. That's really, really good.
Well, all the singers with Pamela Moore's on it. We've got Liv Christine on it.
Yeah.
They all
yeah,
contributed to the press video for the best of release, which was great. And it's testament to the, no pun intended, to the quality of those persons. They're all good human beings.
Yeah. Now, your album, the best of, was released yesterday. What would you like to say to people within who watched the Doomsday Report? What would you like to say to them regarding this album?
Yeah, I would say quite simply, if you haven't heard Eden's Curse before, here's a great product and a chance for you to sample our music. It's 14 songs across a 12-year history featuring both eras of the band, Mr. MH, the new era, and Michael Eden, the old era. So we've got all of our big singles there, all of our duets with James from Dream Theatre, Liv Christine from formerly of Leaves' Eyes, we've got Pamela Moore, who was the wonderful Sister Mary from Queensryche's Operation Mindcrime. So you get a good 80-minute representation of Eden's Curse from start to finish. We've actually set, I don't know if you've heard this, but we've set the track listing out exactly like a concert. So if we picked all of those songs and played them live, this is the way that we would do it. We would open with Symphony of Sin and we would close with Angels and Demons. So it's done like a set, and that the reason for that is that you get the ebb and the flow of the tempos, and there's a calming down bit in the middle, etc. So
That's actually really, really
you can
clever.
start and play it from start to finish.
That's
So
really
it's
cool.
out now, it's out on AFM Records. You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it on iTunes, you can get it at www.edenscurse.com. We've got links there to buy it, and AFM/records.de is their website as well.
That's great. Well, I've been Big Esteban. There's been Nick and Paul from Eden's Curse. Take it easy.
Cheers, man.